what they may. Marriage ain't for everyone, love is not for all. No matter what they say, tell your mama, show your papa, make them proud of ya. Wanugume, wanuze, nuze ngobo jiso mutuobo. Wanugume, wanuze, nuze ngobo jiso mutuobo. Peace of love, peace of love, everybody falls in. For the day, it's just 2:24 p.m. in Uganda. What time is it where you're watching from, and where are you watching from? My name is Jackie Deweyi. Like I told you, I am the doctor's daughter. Some call me the Afrocentric girl because I do love me an African touch, and I am unapologetically Ugandan, and the show is Unapologetically Ugandan. Today is Tuesday. We talk Pimp My Space Tuesdays and a lot of things, different things happening around the country, around our spaces, are here and there. So first of all, the song is Spirit of Love. It talks about falling in love and the good things. You know, I am a very cultural person and I believe in our norms. So I do celebrate marriages and I love to see them thrive. And I get so hurt when I see people breaking up. I'm like, oh no, no, the devil should not be winning. So, pit of love, somebody falls in. It's not a bad pit because when you fall, bagamba, a good demurav. Where is that pit of love? But somebody falls in. Everybody does. Right now, Gloria Yariko, she's in that pit of love, the sweet pit of love. Like when you fall in, you're in. And I was just seeing online a TikTok model music saying, Mwami wa Gloria, the kila chala chala. And respectfully, one, I've seen the different views people have. I agree with the mother to be very happy to celebrate for the daughter and the son-in-law. But what Modo is saying is absolutely true. Omani, I did marry a Muganda husband, but in Buganda, my mom too is a Muganda. And I think generally, even us in Bugiso or the Africanness, if you're traditional people somehow, I think boundaries. Eventually, you know, things fall apart. Even if they don't fall apart, but you begin to see, each of us has weaknesses, and now when you're becoming the son-in-law of Fusemoko in this family, it means if you're hanging around so much, you do this, you do that, it's good to know you, but there should be some weaknesses. Like everybody who is in a relationship right now, especially those abajiru demo, and maybe your families know each other, or you're married, I think you can relate. If you've dated a partner that was too much in your family's business, not okay, hanging with you all the time, you become so predictable. Marriage is also political. You have to leave some suspense. You have to leave certain things. Otherwise, of course, as a mom, she's so happy her daughter is getting married. All our moms are when we get married. It's the joy of every parent, every parent. Now, and I agree, it's okay to leave some distance, not in a bad way, but a little distance for yourselves, okay? There's finally, I think, the talk of the internet right now. I don't think I know. The talk of the internet, I was in a hospital recently. Wherever you see parents together, everyone is talking about the Seta High incident of this boy, Eli Shama, whom they had alleged had committed suicide. And then it turns out the boy didn't commit suicide. We want our kids to go to good schools. We trust the schools with our children. And if you're a parent with a school-going child, right now there's a lot. There are so many stories. How are we going to protect our children? How are we going to protect our children from bullying if the schools are also even overwhelmed, probably not in control of this situation? If you're watching right now and you're live, I would like to know where you're watching from. Olamilawa. There's a screen, there's a number you can send me a WhatsApp message, or you can just send it live on YouTube and I'll read your message on 0773 356837 or +256 773 356837. Do you have a child? Are you a guardian of someone in boarding school? Omano yomo protecting Ocha. Well, let's share some ideas of each other. I know it's Pimp My Space Tuesday, but we cannot ignore what's happening in Seta High. It is so sad and it breaks my heart as a mother. I did promise you that I was going to teach you how to organize a shelf, basic tips, because Pimp My Space Tuesdays is where we come together and do share some realistic, usable tips for our homes. We don't need so much money, we don't need the fanciest things to enjoy our spaces, but we can just enjoy them with the little things that we have. Now, as that is happening, I also want to celebrate the parents that are able to give your children everything. Like Frank Kashoma proudly recently said, "Oh, mwana we talinyanga ku taxi." And I do know that there are so many people who have never. Have you ever taken a taxi? Of course I have. I don't come from old money as such, so I am not one of you. But I would love to know, have you never taken a taxi? Is it something you would wish to? Like I did meet someone who badly wanted to sit on a border. And was like, please, can I sit on a border? I want to sit on a border. So do you feel like, njagala nyo kulinya ku taxi, like matatu, like kulinya ku taxi? Do you? Are you one of those people? Tell us in the comments. I would help you gladly, even take you around and take you downtown to the park and go wherever you want to go. But yeah, I would love to know, are you one of those people? And like I said, when we're doing these live shows online, it's to give you not just entertainment, it's to comfort you, because every one of us is going through something. Is the show giving you joy? Are you lonely? Are you alone? Like I said, it's not easy to talk alone. So if you're there, drop me a message. At least say hi. I will respond to you. I want to know if you're watching. But most importantly, I want to remind you that we are so thankful. Can you imagine the Deweyi Drive, 1 week only, Monday to Friday, and we've hit 400 subs. What did I say we've hit? We've hit 400 subs. Please, let's keep subscribing. Let's share with our friends. Is there something you want to see us talk about on the show? Please, 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 please. Let's see what this can be. I'm so overjoyed. To be now subscribers to YouTube. It's not easy. It's no mean feat. And we've only done this for one week. So I'm so excited, and I really hope that you continue to show us the love. Before we go into the Pimp My Space Tuesdays, definitely the tips are going to come. I promise you I'll be teaching you how to organize a shelf. Simple as it is, but there's some math there, some small numbers that if we did follow them, we can elevate our spaces. So we were supposed to have a guest online, but I don't know what's happened, but it's okay. I'm here. I'm with you all the way. John nabadde mu ddwaliro ne bangamba, you know, like right now every home with children mulimu senyiga, mulimu cough and flu everywhere. I don't know, can you relate? Is there a cough and flu where you are? And they told me that COVID is back among children. And just now I'm seeing African member states have also been urged to strengthen cholera surveillance. Kitegeeza kakati ne cholera na yajja. There's kati no cholera, COVID. What is this? What are we going to do? Tukoze tutia. We shouldn't be talking about bad things, but let's be vigilant. And that is why Pimp My Space Tuesdays reminds you to take good care of your spaces. Labidi Labulunji Ewakawo, Stephen Odeke from the New Vision. My brother, how are you doing? Stephen Odeke, my friend, how are you doing from the New Vision? You're saying, Jackie Deweyi, I see you elevating, accelerating. Yes, the theme for Women's Month was accelerate. And we are accelerating like this. I hope that you do feel the acceleration too. Now, I appreciate the feedback. And I also want to remind you that we do have some partners that support us. And you too can support this show. We have Paint for You. Batundalanji bakula deliveries. Bakubile ku 0772 987 442. Balina lanji owabulichika naddala ono lanji bwati owa rego Baina all types, auto, decorative, buli chimu. Nga bwolaba awo nti ba paint for you. Bakubireko ku 0772987442. Abantu babalimba banji, especially today that it's Pimp My Space Tuesdays. Let's talk about it. Waliwo clients gwe baguza lanji recently. Ne bangamba nti yali ayagala paste. You know how paste looks like? Ennaku zino yenzimbe eriko abanga plaster nenga kinyirira bulungi nnyo, so that thing is done with paint. Ne bamugamba nti atusige langi tumale tusigeko olweyo bwe tuyiseeko olweyo. Era if you've seen a building ey'olweyo neje bakoledde langi omutuufu okiraba bannaye beebuuzeeko consultation mu paint for you bakugambye nti wabwerere oba oyagala langi w'ommotoka oba wa nnyumba oba langi yenna obabuuzaako ne bakunnyonnyola ne kala z'oyagala bazikutabulira ne bazikutuusiza woli ku noti 772987 noti 4 ate nga ne Nakasero ku Nakasero Street Capital Shoppers Plaza waliwo abalina material yenna ow'okuzimba ng'okola finishing, sanitary wire, tile obakubirako oyagala tiles omuyembe ogenda bagamba njagala tiles taminika njagala bwestini ekijja mu budget yo babayita ba building experts bali ku 0754515855 akudiremu namba 0392914256 obabongeko ogenda otegeere biki bye weetaaga. Oyagala sinki, oyagala typet, bagambe njagala eriko, njagala biri timeless. Kyoyagala kye bajja okulaga era nga balina ne customer care ennungi. We still have more supporters as the show goes on. I'll be talking about more people that are partnering with the Deweyi Drive to see that we keep bringing you this show live. And of course, special thanks to my producer. This is a big set. Chovola ba sponsor nga bano yebajja ku set tusanyuka nnyo. Kubanga amatala gano gonna cameras zino zonna ne producer waffe wano tunaba producer babiri Stuart Seka Samoa Club Records tula bali mu byuma studio yona ne bange tambula bulungi, and then of course our creative director Enoch Subganala banga on the other side. Everything is going right, so please, we do appreciate your support and we welcome you to advertise with us. And if you're just joining us and you do not know who I am, my name is Jackie Deweyi. Who are you? What's your name? Where are you watching from? Drop me a message, I would love to know. Never would you take ku WhatsApp njajusoma ku 773 356837. Kirala mpozi kyembadde nkusuubiza okukolera nakusuubiza nti kyotegenda kuggwa nga sikulaze engeri gye bategeka mu shelf math oyo omuyige their basic things kasona yiga triangle noyiga ne numbers 2 and 3 noyiga ne balancing ogenda kubanga tokyaddamu kulemererwa nga bw'otunulira space yonna omanya nti kati wano omujjuzo mungi kati wano tukendezeeko wano tukole bwe tuti tukole bwe tutyo tugenda kukola mu different ways in the same space. There's different ways we can have made it even better. Look, and no, this is the type I would love, this is what I would want. And of course, in the spirit of Women's Month, I want to celebrate that woman. Oh my God, I do not have that video, but omukyala yayimiridde mu celebrations n'agamba President Sebo sente bazibba esente z'abakyala tetuziraba ngera nkujjukiza nti olwokuna wano every Thursday it's Money Thursdays on the Deweyi Drive. Era olwokuna nja kubaako omu ku bakyala abakoze ennyo mukuŋŋaanya abakyala the different groups nga bagoba ku sente za grow ngera atubulire sente zino kituufu abakyala bazifunye tebazifunye banka zibabbye kiri kitya. Waliwo yaŋŋambye nti bagenda ne bakwata sente zonna ne baziwonga omuntu omu ne bamuwa miliyoni 2. Can you imagine sente zino ez'abakyala eza grow fund ze batusuubiza omukyala omuntu wa wansi ne bamusaba ebintu byatasuubira kuba nabyo ne bamusaba ekyapa ne bamusaba biki ne baziwa omuntu ali corporate kwegamba ebintu ebyo bituufu. You should not miss the show to know how this money is being swindled on Thursday. The guest will be anonymous for her security naye nga agenda tubulira buli kimu nga bwe bakikola esente zino bazikukusa batya ne mubanga temuzirabako ngera temuzifunako byonna ku Thursday no tobanga osubwa. Ate enkyo Rocksatu tujja kuba twogera ku nsonga z'abazadde, parenting, and of course oba oli mwana oba oli muzadde abaana bajja kuba ku ssomero lwaki ngamba oba oli mwana oba oli muzadde oba oli guardian ng'oba olabirira omwana, even if olabirira bulabirizi mwana, and you're watching this show because you have internet ewaka, I do appreciate you. Do share some tips, challenges kati eyo Wednesday show yo kyebaako. So hey, okwogera nze kanga si kwangu bwe mbabuuza gye muli awo oliwa olabirawa. I would love to know where you are watching from. Anyhow, as the show is going on, I will also take you through right now to the tips on how to organize a shelf. Era nga ngenda kuba nkozesa eno shelf eri wano yennyini bwe tugenda okuba nga tutandikira okulaga nti shelf bubanga olina amasa oba kabadanga eri empty. Leero waliwo wano kabadanga 3 zetwandigiddeko naye ndowooza tugenda kukozesa eno eri wano unless otherwise tugirabireko that what is possible and what is not possible. Naye nga the impossibilities are really few. When it comes to interior decor, usually we are not limited. Gwe osalawo kasita oyiga ebintu bisatu nga bwe ngenda okulaga kyebayita triangle, nomala okuyiga triangle, then notegeera balancing, notegeera how to use the numbers 2 and 3. Those numbers, the 2 and 3. Kati kijja tuyambako nnyo. Okay. Clap Records bakola emikolo n'embaga era nga ne shows eziri live ncho streaminga ojja kubanga obakubirako ku 0752616614 oba 0777289993. abo nno be ba Clap Records nga bakola emikolo gyonna ejembaga ejachi ekikulu nti mukolo era ng'onoonya owa kamera omulungi ojja kubanga weetaaga okubanga okolagana n'abantu abo aba Clap Records bakubire ku simu ezo zenkusomedde nja kweyongera okuzikulaga era ne ku screen wano mu squeeze back ojja kubanga olaba excuse me ojja kubanga olaba emirimu gya Clap Records gino gitambula gitya bagikola batya era bano sibakunyumiza sibakwogerako nti bapya nti neno short bwogiraba. It's not easy to do a YouTube show live. Kati imagine olwaleero nkikoze nyimiridde muba giraba last week wanda bantudde kitegeeza nti abantu bano bakafulu nnyo tewali kye batasobola kuyamba mu nsonga eyo nga oyagala okulaba nga you streaming. Okay, kakati ngomaze okutegeera abagenda okuyamba. I'll go straight. I don't know if my producer is ready. Obanjira ninda muko, kanjira ninda muko. Naye waliwo wanampereza ka message. Tina nangamba, Jackie Deweyi, you remind me of those days when I used to watch, to listen to the radio. Nga neewuuza. Omuntu ali mu radio, abeera akola ki? Era abeera nga bondaba wano bwendi ku screen yo, obeera oyogera n'omuntu, n'omubulira gwe byolabye, biki byolowooza, ebintu bwe bityo. Siyina amazzi ga kunywa leero. Okay. It's all right. And then what else? I'm looking for the messages here on my WhatsApp, reminding you 773-356837. Looking at the messages that are coming in here. So I'm trying to get a glass of water. I'm feeling really thirsty. As my producer gets me that glass of water, I am also getting ready to prepare you to understand how we can decorate a shelf and make use of any space as it comes or as it is given to you. Ngolusi tewetaaga na sente nyingi so oluusi ebiseera ebisinga ebintu byolinawo awo biba bisobola okukola ki? Biba bisobola okubeererawo. N'otandika okutegeka n'omanya nti natandise ne kino ekifaananyi n'eno art piece bweti siina wenjiwanika n'ogamba kati ngenda gisimbaawo ku kisenge era awo wookitadde woogisimbye ku kisenge nawo ne wabeerawo enjawulo. Olaba nga bw'oyinza otandika bw'otyo n'oteeka art piece just like that. It's also a style. N'ogamba I'll just lean it right there on the wall. Nga producer wange bwakulaze naye nga tugenda kuddayo waggulu nkolage how to style a shelf. We'll concentrate on the upper part today, but there's also ways to. Okay, I've just picked my glass of water. My glass of water is not appetizing, but yes, it is here. Thank you. Ebuzemu kalemoni. Ebuzemu kalemoni kokka naye nga water is life. Ennyonta ebadde ennuma. You guys, when they say water is life, byaddala. Byaddala maama, byaddala. Nywedde amazzi ne mpulira nga Ooh. Okay. I honestly do feel much better. Whoa. Okay. Here we are now. So let's go straight to Stuart, what do you think we're ready to go through? Okay. My producer says it's okay, we're ready to go to look. So imagine this is I don't know how to show you briefly, but we are between a staircase. So in most cases, between a staircase, whatever madara, people will just ignore it. We shall not look under the staircase today. We are just showing you with Jack Madara. There's that space. So it could have just gone ignored totally, or there's so many things one can do with such a space. One, if you didn't have a shelf, also going to take a one art piece. Kwa yo wall area mavega oba wano na depending. Naikati, what we did with this one in particular, our studio set today, to take out a shelf. It used to be a TV stand. So I'm teaching you how to make interior decor really practical. Not everything in your house has to be new. As the means come, you can buy the new ones. So as old as this beautiful Chinese shelf, formerly TV stand is or was, bwetwaji salawo ojikola. Kakati netutekawo this shelf. This is another shelf. So this is called layering. Nti space eno yali nene netu layeringa netutekawo kano. This shelf eri wano eriko ebitabo, our books and different nitty-gritties. Osobola nogikozesa in another space, nogitekako ebikopo, nogitekako glasses, nogitekako ebizigo. Like this is stuff you can reuse. Nti ebintu tebiriko nti bakiwandiikako nti olinotekako ebikopo, or not check our glasses, or not check our makeup. So here we're using it to put our books, and then it created another shelf in here. And then this space here, there's just this Rego paint cup, but it can be empty. Chino chebaita negative space in interior. It is very good manners to leave some negative space. Sintibuli for you not chijuza. Kakati, waliwo numbers that kola nazo mu interior, numbers 2 and 3. For example, wotuna wano waggulu, there is this air freshener, they call a new one because it's at the entrance, and it's spraying some good air. Of course, this is Momento, it's an Oa bottle, this is from Lemala Wild Waters. So they are just there. This is more like a travel corner. It has like sentimental, different things. You can put what you want. As you can see above it, there's that plant. It's very artificial. Very, very artificial. It's sitting actually in a box. That vase is a box. It was a delivery box with flowers. One of those days when mommy bought me flowers, and then I repurposed and take a zili artificial. You know, they are supposed to be the hanging leaves. Na ye nalinjagala zibero munga zikozenga eka akabila bilao. Kakati next to it wali mabega na one to layeringa wo. But why that basket is there, it's covering the main switch. Omanyi switch ezo olusibera tezida bikabulungi. So kati omuntu abajja n'abanga talaba those eyesores, ngalaba that chi African basket waggulu awo, ndowooza era olaba kibalansinze bulungi. They're just only 2 pieces, that plant and that. Now that is what we call balance. Usually we use 2 numbers and 3. Kakati oyinza okwongerawo awo ebintu ebingi naye kati that is when you create clutter. Kakati tujja wano nga bwe nakulaze nti we did 1, 2, 3, and then we created 1, 2 negative spaces. So when your eye moves in, you're wondering, why does this thing look so nice? These are the numbers. There is cohesion, there is symmetry, there is balance. I mean, like we never know times is nazo no stadao shelf edge. So 1, 2. So the power of 3. 1, 2, 3. These are 3 pieces. This negative space, we imagine it's an invisible art piece, and that. So you already have that. And then netupanga now busatu. Kakati netufunako ne wano. This is one of our favorite beers. We did do a campaign sometime with Banange beer. And people love it when they come in this home. So usually my guests who drink when they come in, they're like, do you have some Banange? Because most times this is the first time they come around and they see Bio Nogubaita Banange. So there's that. Now these beautiful cups were gifted to me by my mother-in-law. I just kept them behind there, but eventually they will move to a place that has more space and they don't have to compete to be seen. So right now you're only seeing the other hands, Bambi. Yeah, because I don't want clutter. So of course, like I did mention to you, I did marry a Uganda and my children are Uganda. So part of us, we love for them to grow up understanding their roots. My son used to say, Mommy, who is this? Who is that? So you keep teaching them. You teach them young. They know they have a king and they have a queen. And you see, we use the same shelf. Actually, these were gifted to me by my sister Sissy. And when she brought them, in their frames, they were just perfect. I didn't have to reframe them. I just put them there. And then in between, I put our Ugandan beer brand, Banange. It's a Ugandan brand. It's a premium beer. Kacholaba 1, 2, 3. Atenga ne wano osobola okujjawo. Imagine if I removed that Banange. Do you see that the space still looks beautiful? I don't know if Stuart now is able to show you. When you remove, did you see the power I told you of 3? When you have 1, 2, 3, just that. See how it's still coming out. You have the king, you have the queen, you have that. I don't know if it's able to show on the screen yet. It's going to show. Okay. So you have the king, you have the queen, and there. So when you look at the space, yes, the negatives are also now balanced. Katine negatives is balanced in the 1, 2, 3 negatives. Do you see? Does not even look better. You see? I don't know what you think. So, like, I'm showing you the different ways this space can be organized and how it can look. Negative space, no negative space, no. Negative space nazo zibalance inze. So you're like one nazo zilinga cubes of their own. Kati nazo zilinga cubes of their own. So we can just take away our beer. It could have come down here and it can still look good. And there are 3 as you can see. Yeah, there is more. Otherwise I could have picked the whole crate of Banange but we just put it there. As you can see, we do love travel, my husband and I. So this place just talk a bit about us. So our partners paint for you. No, in Abagambia, they are partners of Rico Paints. Those olaba na yawo wali mu display. Na yenga osobola no take awao. I can't watch. Those are you learning? Kati suddenly even that black Rego paint, na yawo uyo na ya fitinzewo, without causing an eyesore, without giving too much. This one will go away. This was a Christmas decor piece, so we'll take it away. It has lived long, but its time of service is out. We shall use it again during Christmas. So there's that. There's that. And then there's also this corner here. There's some alcohols with mienge. Okay. Katuina woko neku mienge wano. We'll just try to stay this way because today we are not going to talk about under the staircase. We'll talk about how to decorate the under staircase some other day. So, like really, like I said, it's not like we have a fancy liquors over which here. Wow. Join at your take boy na nairo bachi bobo yagara, and you don't even have to put mwenge bichi, but because I have children. So also talking about interior decor, it needs to work for your space. Kati tuina abana zine chupa zo mwenge tobola za wansera nezo zabanange ngenda zizayo wagulu kati ne wano ziriyo wagulu nti they have never thought of going up or could be menya or could disorganizing those bottles. So olaba nti tutakamu your shelf wagulu because we have 2 sons, 2 know what to know what 3. Bwe baba basazeewo okukola mess, they always do whatever they want to do. And then there's these are like mementos. This one my husband got from Romania, and it does look so much like our African art. Okalabai. So katiawo. This glass bottle. I don't know why I've kept this glass bottle for so long. This wine bottle for so long. It's empty, but I just like it. I do so much with it. Sometimes I just put in a flower, and it looks good. So now it's just an anchor. Kati chino chebaita layering. Nti? Ono nyaka no kwokesegamya. No teka just our board. Atena akoka surviving abana tebakasa. Kati eno radio. I'm teaching you how to work with what you have. This to a person is an ordinary radio. To my husband, it's a memory. It was his father's radio. So we kept it, and it's part of our deco. Kakati, mchaba yeuni, kana ka radio, kakola chao. So check it. Nti o sobolo take into every dear to your heart. So that was, like I said, for my father-in-law. Ira olaba kokalimu just mementos, but you see 1, 2, 3. Kati wanone wabeda just echo. Of which it's okay even if we left it empty and negative. It's fine, but these are our business partners. So yeah, these are our partners on the show. So Rego Painsi, netubanga tumuleka wawo, nasigalanga atambula naffe nawo wali. So kati this one, of course, a touch of chikoi drapery. Like you can't do anything about take away chikoi or bachi, but let me give you the secret why this thing is here. It's covering the like I can't kakadieka, so we just cover that part. Okalabi. So kati kubanga wano wakadie like baby bajja ne bakayubuluza kano nga bomanyi nti this is a Chinese piece. Byangu byakususumbula tebeera tenga our Ugandan furniture. Kati bwebayuza wao kati nti olusinteekawo kana akakoi just to cover like that, but it still does look beautiful. So that is one. I've showed you some of the different ways to work with a shelf. So most importantly, when you're working with a shelf, any type of shelf, put something personal for you. Echintunga chiogereri gwe ku mutima gwo nga bwe nkulaze akaradio kasezala wange. Put something memento nga bwe nkulaze this piece from Romania. Ne nkulaga nti neje emyenge sinti tugiteekawo kubanga batunyanyuwa biki but byebibeerawo kyoyina kyokozesa bwoba oyagala teekawo soda. I don't think soda omungi awo, but just like I said, to protect it obutabyasa nga tulina abaana, you decorate in your space. Oyinza okuba mmwe in your house temunywa, take away something, maybe something spiritual, something that represents what you believe. If you've gone to Israel, maybe the way I have my Romania piece there, you could have maybe some of the pieces you picked from Israel or whatever country you went to. Now, like here is a piece of our culture, like where I am married, where my kids are coming from. That's their king and that's their queen. So little bits of without doing too much. Nenga tebiri simple. Kakati chembuzayo. Then one of these days, as I give you interior deco tips, is vana bangebedida mamba. So I'm trying to find a beautiful mamba picture. By the way, if you're watching and you have a relatable picture of a mamba, I have not been able to find it. I look online and I'm not able to find a clear one. So I wanted to frame for them and then, you know, put it up somewhere on one of the walls. But that's what I'm doing. Interior should be relatable to you. Nti ebintu ebirimu, ebintu byokozesa, biri comfortable. Ate obeera omuzadde era nga bw'olabye, tekitegeeza nti tosobola wona abaana bazanyirawo nnyo nnyo nnyo. Naye era tebiva, like tebabyonoona. Just you keep dusting. Nekirala, lwaki zino shelves sinungi za kupakira nnyo buntuntu. Zibeerako nnyo n'enfuufu naddala zino eziri open nga simbike. Kakati enfuufu eyo obanga otaddeko buntu bungi nnyo nnyo nnyo, obeera nga okugirongoosa ojja kutawaana nnyo nnyo nnyo. So some of those tips are toteekako bintu bingi nnyo nnyo, teekako ekintu nga kiri personal to you. Then also color coordination and color palettes. Do you realize nti colors zino tezeeri wala nnyo nnyo, mulimu white wali. Then add some greenery. Oba ekimuli chili artificial oba chili natural. If you're lucky and maybe if there was probably good lighting, maybe there would have been a natural plant. But as you can see, wano waliwo amadaala obeera oyambuka like tewali na ddinisa eno kali eri wala and it's just glass. So kati bw'oteekawo ekiri natural kiyinza okufa obufi and then semanyi nnyo kubirabirira. I'm not a green thumb, so I am trying. I'm trying with a snake plant in the balcony upstairs, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think I'm being successful so far. But so you put a something green, and then try spacing the shelves out. You space them. Come to creating zeno space. It what and set it in 1, 2, 3. Nti waliwo kamu oba nokajjawo. Either way, chiba chikola. So you need to try creating space because it gives you more room. Ate chiba kirabika bulungi nti omuntu aba alaba bulungi byotaddewo. Kati you pull colors from each other. Kino kikurima awo ne kisikasika bino bwebityo bigenda nga byesikasika nga ne colors. Kati imagine singa waliwo ngachi simanyi ne colors zino zaba zonna. This is white wadde naye white buli emu erina ensonga. Omwami wange ali mu travel akola nnyo ne bana abantu neyo twagendayo awo twateekawo just nga bwe nagambye empewo naye ne tumanya nti yonna yennaawo kati white buli busatu, but bw'obugatta bwotyo it looks like it is one piece. Olaba? Yeah, so I do hope I've given you ideas. And if kakati still about the shelving and space, organizing a shelf. I'm sorry, I'll have to move this chair. So this art piece, by the way, doesn't really have to be there. It's going to go. It's not going to stay. So let's ignore that. But you see now there's that plant and it's in a white vase. Olaba rachi ekimuli nacho kiri mu white vase to pull colors. Are you seeing splashes of white? White, a set of white, white. And then they tie in together with some creams and what? Like the colors, otherwise imagine it can work in maximalist spaces, but it can be very, very tricky. So you see how even when I add this chikoi, the colors still pulling each other well. And down there, these are albums, our old albums, kuchala, what. Still the kids have not touched them because in a way they are stuck together. So we make the space work, and then the other side, even if you don't look there, it's just an empty. We left it empty because the kids usually go under the stairs to play. So we just put that greenery there. When you walk in, you see that. It's nice instead of just leaving that space open. Even if there was no plant in there, no take out just a vase white or any color to match your color coordination. Chandi koze. Simple tips is what I was trying to share with you. Until you can organize a shelf mungeri eri basic. Kubanga gwenga botunulidde no shelf. Waliwo nnyo ekijjudde. No. Tewali nnyo kijjudde. So, kati bino ebintu by'okupanga ennyo ebifaananyi ebingi. Ebifaananyi wano ne byegoberera ebifaananyi nga 100. Bintu bitonotono. Naye otegedde nti buli kiri wano kirina ensonga lwaki weekiri. Sikwata buli kimu, buli kyolaba mu kibuga, buli kyolaba ku TikTok, obumuli waliwo buno obumuli obwazze obwo bateeka mu bupots oba black what buli cute. Naye kati abantu abamu babu misusinga nateeka wanje. Before you go shopping, munju mulimu ebintu by'oyinza okukozesa. So here really, what was there for shopping? There was nothing. So I hope that you did pick some ideas. Start with your own house. Look in there. Olabe chi choyinza okozesa. Just a second. I wanted to share something with you that I wrote here. Ate sechijukira so nchikebera wano wenachiwandise ku email. So shelf decor should not be that complicated, and this decor ideas can be used anywhere. This is when you walk in, it's like an entryway, but not really the entryway, because I'll show you an entryway some other day. So osobola okupanga ne oba olina open shelves mu kisenge, mu corridor, mu fumbiro. You just use that, and then you mix practicality. Ebintu nga birungi naye nga biri practical. Like, do you realize nti eno shelf teri delicate? Toyingira ne weeraliikirira nti banaye wennaajasa. Like these bottles, even if they look good here, these banange bottles, they are going away. They have to go because I have 2 and 3-year-olds. They'll definitely come and break the bottles. I'm just showing you the different things you can do, but it's very important to add greenery. Here we added just that. We could even have added here, but that's enough. There's this thing here. It's just a dry piece. It's just there as well. So yeah, you just start like that. Nobanga bw'omaliriza n'okitunuulira toyina nnyo mujjuzo. And that's it. So that's why you walk into a space and you see, you can even call it a display unit. Also better on a shelf, see a bikopo, see a bitabo per se. Maybe you don't even have books. And if you have books, a touch of books is very good. We do have quite a number. My kids keep disorganizing the books. Maybe next time I'll show you when the books are more organized, but they keep pulling them out and putting them back. But at least they do not tear them. That I am grateful. They don't tear our books. But yeah. So I don't know how much time I still have. Maybe I could keep sharing some more tips of the possibilities here. Okay. And if we do have some time, I can still show you some more ways that you could organize a shelf. But let's even talk about the mistakes to avoid. Mistakes to avoid while doing. Okay. Some of the mistakes we need to avoid. Kwegamba ebintu byonna nga tubitadde awantu waliwo eyo idea yokwata obuntu nga butono bwonna ne tubupanga wamu bwonna ne tubupanga. Let me show you what is not right to do, but it can be done. Nokwata noteeka wano nokwata this will not come. I'm just thinking as an ordinary eye. Oba, imagine. Ati awo nyongeddewo. Olaba egufuuse mujjuzo. Just nyongeddewo ekyo. But also there is something I did behind here. These are those wall palettes for TV stands. These are those wall palettes that tukozesa ku TV stands. These are samples for a client. So I just kept them here to layer. Nti gundi ene eri mabega kati ka radio ka sazalango oyinza obutakalaba kati nenka layering awo nenka waako omubiri emabega kabenga kasemberako naye ate kati imagine already waliwo 1 2 because kati wo layering ekintu bwoti you've made that look like one piece and then like 2 pieces kakati imagine monyongerako ekyo it's 1 2 3 it's the rule of art but now it's looking like clutter kati imagine nenteka waawo then nemala nenyongerawo ki. Omanyi tuyino ejemize ne tupanga woko akafo ne kajjula ne tuongera woko ne tugamba wabulawo ki tutekewo ne kuba nange olaba what I have done is just using the same things on the same shelf and the same math have caused clutter, so much clutter. Kati kano kali awo noona ali awo noona ali awo. No, just I'm taking it back, but I don't know if you're getting the idea of okugatta obuntu obungi awamu. I used to have that habit of, because I used to see so many beautiful homes, I'm like, this is nice, rich people's homes. It's good to, but it's called a vignette when you create things together, yes, but again, when it becomes too much together, now that becomes clutter. It will not be pleasant to the eye. I hope it has come out as I hoped to show you. So you keep things central. Here it's just one piece like that. Just one piece of our business partner. And even if it wasn't there, it could have stayed empty and it's fine. Just under it, it's empty. I'm not showing you behind there because under there, under the stairs is not ready for you. So I hope my producer will make sure not to show you under the stairs until I'm ready. But what we'll do is I'll take a picture of the before, what my under the stairs looks like now, and what I want it to look like, and then I'll give you some ideas on what could have been and what couldn't have been. So, like I said, without giving myself so much work, no take out maybe just a chumulia, and still the place would look beautiful, just like that. So, those are the rules, and as you can see, it has been made so easy for you. Naye wewale okugatagata obuntu obutonotono nga bungi. Putting small things together, too many small things can cause clutter. Chovola bantu wano twalayaringa to make these books. There are some small books in here and what. We just put them together here and just stack them up in another shelf. So that otherwise, imagine singawa no nabuli here and there. It would not look nice. We would not have this negative space, but then we would have them falling over each other. I'm talking so much about children because I think most of our homes either have kids or visiting children, our nieces, our nephews. They may not be yours, or you're even a guardian. So I do hope that this was a really practical session for you, and I do hope that you learned something. I don't know if you do have any messages that side, but here, let me see if I have any messages. And also what you can do in a place like this, if you didn't have this, what was open shelves, ngosoboloze kubira ezo no take 1, 2, 3 shelves. Ngosoboloze kubira either on such a wall or on such a wall. But here what I would do, actually I'm not going to add any art here, because now imagine we have all this when you walk in. Kakati, this wall being plain. It's not good to have plain walls, but already this is like a focus wall. Waloche baita focus wall. Na focus wall, toberanga na focus wall emu. For example, in this space, if one day I'm able to show you, we have a focus wall when you walk in here. We have a focus wall at the entryway. I'll show you about entryways and the different ways to do them. And specifically, why my entryway is how it is. It doesn't have a console table because I did have a shelf that was very useful and was not going to be useful in another space, so I didn't have to buy a console table. Not because everyone is buying a console table, it's classy, it looks good, it's the right thing to do. But if you have something else, then use what you have. And like I was saying, when you walk into a space, now imagine this wall as empty as it is. Could have looked beautiful with art. Let me show you that it can look good with art. You see, if I had put this piece here, it looks good. But why don't I want to do it? Does it finally make sense to you, the viewer, that if there's this art piece here, it's nice, but then it's now like, let's allow this to be the focus wall and just walk in, because usually people walk in and they like what they see, and there's a time I guest walked in and told me, hey, Muri Uganda. I said, my husband, easiest. And I said, why? Yeah, because I saw the king and the queen. So what does that say? When someone walks into your house, even in your decor, they should get an idea. I should not ask if you're a pastor. I should not ask if you're a Christian. I should not ask so much if you're a Muslim. If the eventually oh, this is a Muslim home. Oh, this is like, I'm just giving the different things that define us as people. Oh, this is a married people's home. Oh, this is a bachelor's home, but an organized bachelor. This bachelor is probably a Buddhist. Like when they walk in, something should so when you walk in and you see Rego paints, then you ask, oh, do you guys sell paint? And we'll explain to you, we partner with them. These people are sponsoring on our show, and yes, we do now sell paint with them. You should not be shocked. If I walked into your home as a cameraman, one of the things that used to be up here was a camera, which we have relocated because my son had learned to go up the stairs and to pull it from here, and he was going to break it. So we have a camera that my husband, when he graduated in journalism school, he had a camera. And that camera has been kept also as a memento. So you see, those are the things of when you see, it should make sense. Like I told you, ordinarily, you cannot think of, I'm going to keep this and decorate with it. Why? His grandkids have broken it, but still we've kept it. Because this is what he had. It's the radio he used to listen to all the time, and to his son, it means a lot. So, what is that thing that your parents have, you took from your mom, you picked as a piece from your parents that has been with you? I did show you my took cute cups. I put them here just like that. You can think they're part of the art piece, but eventually I'll find a space to move them. They are a set actually of clay. It's a tea clay set, but you see how I did it? Doesn't it look so cute? You think this frame, but it's just that eventually they will move because I have very active children. And you can see the color coordination in here. Mulimu ka cream, ka white, webucho bugenda bwesika bugenda bweddamu bwebucho. So colors ezo ofuba n'olabanga tezebeera wala nnyo nnyo. Naye buno bu whites bu creams bulungi bwinengejje busika because this being brown wood ebintu bimanyi okubuliramu ebintu bimanyi okubeera dull ne bibulira omwo. Naye kati bw'oteekamu ka shelf nga kano aka white ne ka stula. Like I told you, this could have been a cup holder. It could have held your bathroom accessories. It can hold your makeup. It can do so much. In our house, it's holding books. So what are you doing? You need to repurpose these things. There's been so much said to you. You can repurpose. You could have something like this, and then maybe you have a space for your books, and you're like, you know what, let's put it on the kitchen counter, and it can hold your fruits. Are you seeing? So that's what interior decor can be, like the basic way, like ebintu ebiri relatable nga biri usable. We can use even these plate racks, we can use them to hold books, we can use them to do what. Tewali agamba nti ekintu bakiba bakikolera fumbiro kinabeera mu fumbiro, ekyo bakikolera bathroom kinakubeera mu bathroom, but kibakolera wa kinabeera wanno. So I look forward to showing you which space this art piece will be going to. Today it was just part of my set here, just to make me look happier, but it's definitely going away. And I can't wait to show you what will become of under the staircase eventually. And most importantly, did you realize something in a wall? Tewabaddeko kintu kiri trendy n'ekimu. Kubyaka byenye ebiriwo, like the golds and what, they are nice, and I do have a shelf that has a little touch of gold and what. But do you realize bino ebintu byonna byonna tewaliko kibaddeko because it's the trend, because that's what's on. There's the trend of the fake books and whatnot. I didn't need to, I do put them for my clients when they need them. But I'm saying sometimes maybe you don't have the budget or books, the decorative books, you can use real books, just put them there. These are books, some of these books are written by my friends. For example, this is a book by Remy Malé, my friend, it's called Gangos. These books, my husband loves them, a series on money. They are there, these are prayer books, and The Secret and whatnot. Nelson Mandela, he loves the book so much, I don't know why. I think he got this book when he went for the time World Cup was hosted in South Africa and came with this book. So, everything here. Tewali chiri nti chino che chiriko. But it makes sense to me and probably to my guests. When they walk in, they're like, okay. They usually say, oh, this is nice. And they usually, when they walk into the door, when you walk through my door, this set which this is what you see. So I was supposed to have a guest on the show. They didn't come, and I said, why not? I'll teach you something. I do. Please tell me how you felt about today's episode. Did you learn something? Would you like to share something? Did you feel it was useful? Because we want the show to grow, we want to do better. And we do not want to take it for granted. When we say Pimp My Space Tuesdays, as simple as it was just a shelf, I do hope that you can pick these shelf ideas for even the other spaces, for some countertops, for some open shelves you have on the walls, for wherever. How much time do we have, Mr. Producer, so I don't say so much? Oh, I have only 6 minutes left, so I need to give shouts out to my people. I did tell you that my producer is Stuart from Clap Records, but also Clap Records, Bakola, Amy Kolo, they do live streams. Many times people have events, even church events. Your church is having an event and you want a professional live stream. I know we do have lots of useful youths, but sometimes you want something really professional. You're hosting international guests. Please do call 0752 616614 or 0777 28 993, and then you will be able to get Clap Records Stuart. He's the leader, he's the CEO there, and he will work with you and guide you. And also, not to forget, Mufapendo Stays is the place that religiously keeps hosting us. Mufapendo Stays is an Airbnb. Go on Airbnb, and they still have some discounts. I believe, is the discount still ongoing? Yeah, it's a 20% for the first bookings, yeah. So if you are one of the first people, you have a 20% discount. I wish you could see the pictures. I don't know if Mr. Producer has them, but the bed is really comfortable in that room. It's a self-contained room. It has a bathroom. It has all the things, the necessities you need for a fresh sleep. It's all white linen. It's a high density mattress. It's comfy. It's a luxury. You have a diffuser by your side. It can have essential oils, whatever you want, but it will be worth your money. Are you working hard? Are you going for a meeting away from home and you don't want to inconvenience your friends? You can book Mufa Pendo Stays and they will host you. You can call 0772-987-442 if you want more details on how to set up an Airbnb and how to make it work and how to manage it. You will get all that support. And if you loved what you saw about styling a shelf and there's a space you want to learn how to style, we can talk about it. You can drop me a message on WhatsApp on the 0773-356837 or right here on YouTube and let me know how about the space, how about this, how about that. So, like you saw, old shelf. We've had this shelf, I think, for 10 years, Naki. I think 10 years now, yeah. We've had it. This thing is 10 years old. Maybe some more years. It could even be 12. You see, we even had to remove the doors, but it's working for us. So must you always go shopping? Must you get the best Pinterest-worthy things? Pinterest gives you all those ideas, but you can make them work with the things that you have. I do hope that you enjoyed the show and you enjoyed watching with us, and I'm so excited. We come to you straight from Kampala. We are unapologetically Ugandan. My name is Jackie Deweyi. The show is called the Deweyi Drive. It's a daily show, and tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be talking parenting. If you want to be hosted on the show, if you're a mom, if you have anything, and you've had a challenge, and you maybe have found a way out, some hacks, we would love to host you. We would love to learn from you. Let's learn from each other. This show is for us all. We're growing a community that can be very personally developing for me as your host and for you as the viewer. I can learn from you, you can learn from me, and our different guests as they come on the show. Otherwise, I look forward to tomorrow. Tiny Humans, Big Minds. Yes, Enoch is saying something? Tiny Humans, Big Mind. Enoch, I keep calling him. Enoch is my creative director. So sometimes I keep thinking he's saying something, or when I say Stewart, I told you from Clap Records is the producer, and Clap Records is the production house for this show. What else could I ask for if I have such a great team? I'm excited to be doing this with them and to be doing this with you, and I can't wait for tomorrow. I live for this show now. I'm very excited. But most importantly, thank you once again. Mwebale nnyo. Mwanyala nabi. We have 400 subscribers. Bodera kuwocho, tell a friend about this show, and let's make 500 subs. In 1 week we made 400. Is it possible to make 500 this week? I don't know, but I think it's so possible. Bisawoka. Chinyalika. How do they say it's possible? I'll just say thank you. Yalama noi. But yeah, yalama noi. Omusoga agamba wekaze webale. Nyambole nagamba ata. Ura. Nyaranda nagamba ura kwa ne. Hey, I need some other people to teach me how to say thank you in Kikuyu, in whatever your language is. I would be really grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please keep your messages coming through. And if you'd love to be hosted on the show, I am game. I'm game. I would love to have you. But I told you this week's Thursday, we are talking about the raw money. How is it disappearing? We saw that lady reporting to the president, and somebody is saying we will have a whistleblower on the show. We will protect her identity, but she's going to spill the beans. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thursday is going to be fire. Kale.